Hey guys, I got a special unboxing video here for you today. Today we are going to be looking at the 5th wave of Super Smash Bros. Amiibo from Nintendo. Now, these guys are not out in America yet, minus for 2. As of the date on this recording, it is August 2nd. And, well, as of right now, the first 2 that are on the top line there, Dark Pit and Palutena, are the only ones available here in the States right now. I managed to get all of the Amiibo from Wave 5 by importing them. So that's where I got these guys. These guys are from Europe. So honestly, that's the only way I can really get these guys anymore. So that's why I just settle on importing these guys. But as of right now, these guys will not be available to America until, I want to say, September, October, somewhere around then. So that's when we'll be able to find these guys. But as for right now, let's go on to unboxing these guys. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start unboxing these guys. I'm going to be unboxing, the one I'm going to be showing you is Ganondorf here. Now, Ganondorf is probably going to be the most common of all the Amiibo in Wave 5. A basis based on the fact that Bowser, we've seen a trend. Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon Amiibo, to some degree, are probably going to be the most common because that's what people like. So, Bowser is really common. Bowser is Mario's villain. Ganondorf, I have a feeling, is going to be the same way. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and unbox him. The thing about this is the risk you get for importing this box, or importing these Amiibo. His box is kind of dilapidated a little bit. But I kind of wanted to just use him as an unboxing, to show you guys. Now, if you are new to my channel and this is your first unboxing you've seen from me, I have a specific method I do in order to unbox these guys. I take my pocket knife here and I carve in the plastic around the base of the box and around the sides here, and then I lift up the box at 90 degrees and I go in and I snag the Amiibo out of the box. That way, it preserves the packaging. Not like I really need to preserve the packaging, it's already damaged, as you guys can see. But let's get on to the unboxing here. So let's go ahead and make a slit right here in the plastic. Now be careful whenever you do so, because sometimes you'll go straight into the packaging itself. And you just carve your way around the base like so. And you start digging your way through here, and you start, going around the sides. Like I said before, Ganondorf's box here kind of arrived a little bit dilapidated. I'm kind of a little bit peeved about that, to be perfectly honest. I got these from Amazon. I'm sorry about that, guys. I sneezed a little bit in the recording. But I got these guys from Amazon Germany, if that's what you're wanting to know. I follow somebody on Twitter by the name of Amiibo Alerts and Amiibo News. They kind of tell you when import prices are. And they've also got their own import tracker, which allows the prices for imports. I usually spend, and this is kind of a rule I have with Amiibos, is I'm willing to pay only about $25 for Amiibo. That's pretty much the standard I've set for myself. And this is what I tell everybody who wants to get into the collecting of Amiibo. Do not spend anything more than $25. If you're doing that, then you're getting ripped off. And $25 including shipping, I should say. I should mention that. But let's go ahead and get Ganondorf right here. Now, like in every Amiibo here, so people can't just, plop them on boxes. Plop them on the gamepad with the boxes. They do have a metal, piece of metal right there that'll block the NFC chip of the Amiibo. So the Wii U gamepad will not pick up the NFC chip if it's still in the box. Now Ganondorf, because he was a bigger figure, he had extra plastic on there. I don't know if you guys saw that when it fell off. But now we've gotten Ganondorf out of here. Now, I'm going to be unboxing all the Amiibo for Wave 5, and we're going to be taking a intricate, detailed look of all the Amiibo. So with that, I will see you guys in just a second. Now that we've gotten all the Amiibo out of their box prisons, let's go ahead and take a look at each one individually. The first Amiibo is Palutena. Now, Palutena is probably one of the most, oh my goodness, intricate, detailed amiibo I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. She is heaven-like looking. The only little bad texture, if the camera can focus, is her face. Her face kind of looks kind of dull. That's the only thing that's wrong with her. But look at how heavenly she looks. I know she's supposed to be a goddess, but she's got a really good detail in her green long hair. And look at the casing on her shield here. It looks like almost jewel-like. The paint job looks really nice. The only thing I have bad about it is kind of a little flimsy, but other than that, that's really good. Look at the details on her dress, on her stocking right there, with her, shoes and everything. And look at the jewel on her, around her neck. And not only that, her staff. Look at this little crystal ball right here. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. Palutena has probably the most pretty amiibo, I should say, grammar. And not only that, she's got this angelic halo behind her. It's just, this one is probably, I can understand why this one's sought after a lot. This one is pretty. Little info about Palutena, though, I kind of want to say. She, as of right now, in the United States and Canada, she is Amazon exclusive. Now, Amazon has thrown their hat in the ring of retail exclusive amiibo. Yes, Palutena you can only get on Amazon.com. You can't get her anywhere else as of right now. In Europe, you can get her in the store. In, other countries of the world, you can get her in the store. But at least in America and Canada, you have to buy her off of Amazon. That's the only way you can get her. She's a really nice amiibo, and honestly, I'd really recommend you get her because she's just, this is probably one of my favorite amiibo just because of how pretty it looks. But that is Palutena. The next amiibo is Dark Pit, another Kid Icarus character. 2 Kid Icarus characters right in a row. Now, as with Pit, his amiibo looks really nice, and I like Dark Pit's because it's a lot different. You can tell by his gun. His gun is like really intricately detailed in his position, aiming at whoever's right there, and it's like you're at the end of his gun and everything. It's really long. It's probably the most wide amiibo I probably have ever seen just because of that little detail with his gun. But as you guys can see on his details on his shoes, on his robe, on his gauntlets, on his, headpiece, and look at his face. It looks really nice. And one thing I'm a sucker for with these amiibo, look at the details on his wings. I love these things. I love this detail on this. Dark Pit is probably, tied with Pit on details. I know he's a clone of Pit. There's not much you can change other than just paint him black. But that's Dark Pit. Now, one thing I do have to mention with Dark Pit, same with Palutena. He is a retailer exclusive here in America and Canada. If you import, it's not a big deal because you can get them real easily. But here in America, he is retail exclusive. He is exclusive at Best Buy. In Canada, I think it's the same too. I think he's exclusive to Canada, but I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody in the comments tell me otherwise. But Palutena and Pit, or Dark Pit, are probably going to be the hardest ones to get this wave. I don't know because, well, all these amiibo haven't hit America yet. These two are the only ones that hit. Palutena and Dark Pit are the only ones that actually hit here in America right now. But Dark Pit is exclusive to Best Buy, so he's going to be a little bit harder to get. Same with Palutena, with being a retail exclusive to Amazon. But that's Dark Pit. The next amiibo is Zero Suit Samus. Now this is Samus's complete counterpart to herself. This amiibo I was actually kind of waiting for because Samus was my first amiibo that I got, and I kind of was waiting for Zero Suit Samus because I main both Samus and Zero Suit Samus. But as you guys can see, she's got a really sleek detail on her Zero Suit. It's really shiny. I can't believe I'm actually looking at it myself. I'm just like, holy crap, this is really shiny. They got details on her hair. It looks like it's even flowing in the wind. I like that. Like that effect. You can kind of see the symbols on her, you know, her gloves and on her chest area, on her suit and everything. And I like the little details on her paralyzer gun and everything. And her jet boots are really good detailed. She's really small Amiibo, but I kind of figured because she's kind of a small character. The only thing that's bad about this, another case of ice. Kind of the same situation with Donkey Kong. This is kind of like the same sort of plastic that holds Zero Suit Samus in place. Donkey Kong Amiibo has the same issue where he sat on a toilet of ice. Zero Suit Samus kind of suffers the same thing. Sorry about that, folks. I was sneezing again. But anyways, as you guys can see, this ice here, her whole foot is almost encased. She's almost like Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer had the same issue where her whole foot was encased in ice. I mean, like, I understand why this is here, but they could have done a little bit better. They've done better with some Amiibo in the past, instead of, you know, this obnoxious foot ice. But that is Zero Suit Samus. I'm going to take a little look at her face real quick. I didn't even do that. I even got her birthmark on her chin right there, as you guys can see. I really like this Amiibo. But that's Zero Suit Samus. The next Amiibo, and probably the heftiest one, is Ganondorf. I unboxed him, and, well, he is a very, very heavy Amiibo, and he's very, very freaking detailed. That's the thing, that's a common occurrence I've seen in this wave. They've done a really good job with making detailed Amiibos, and I love it. Ganondorf, as you guys can see, is kind of hefty a little bit, but he is also the main villain. I kind of figured because all the villains in Smash Brothers seem to be heavyweights. Minus for Dark Pit. Dark Pit's not really that hefty, but you can kind of see the details on his gauntlets, on his boots, on his, you know, pants, on his chest armor. You can even see the little scar that's on his chest from Twilight Princess. This is the Twilight Princess look Ganondorf. And this is my favorite design of Ganondorf, to be perfectly honest, is the Twilight Princess one. Kind of see his headband here. Let's take a look at his face. Really stern look, and I love it. Now let's look at his cape here. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even taken a look at the cape, and holy crap, you can see the detail on this. I like the paint job of Ganondorf. The only little problem I have with it, it's kind of flimsy, but that makes sense because it's a cape. But holy crap, I really like this. It's kind of like reminded me of Ike's cape, in a way. Ike's cape was kind of like the same way. It's really detailed, and I love it. But Ganondorf is probably going to be the most common out of this wave because, well, he is a Zelda character, and he's a villain. So, honestly, I think, along with Link and Zelda, he's probably going to be just as common as everybody else. But that's Ganondorf. The next Amiibo is Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario is obviously a clone of Mario. But there's really not too much detail on him because, well, he's got a cartoon look to him. Most of the Amiibo on this wave were, you know, people and, you know, detailed oriented characters and stuff like that. But Dr. Mario is obviously a cartoon character, so there's not too much detail on him. I do like the way his pill is very shiny and very, like, color-coded very well. He's got his white lab coat and everything, and he's not suffering from what everybody else is suffering in with the, you know, stands and all that other stuff. I failed to mention that Ganondorf kind of didn't have a stand at all, and I was really happy about that. They actually managed to make it work without stands, but there's really not too much detail about Dr. Mario, but one thing I wanted to say is I kind of made a mistake in the beginning of the video. I said I got all the Amiibo from Amazon Germany. This one, I did not. I got it from Amazon UK. I know, big difference, but I just wanted to get my facts straight. I did get this from Amazon UK. I did pre-order him, about like 3 months ago, honestly. I pre-ordered him back in like April. I just kept him in my log for a long time, but that's Dr. Mario. The next Amiibo, and probably the most neat looking one, is Olimar. Olimar is probably the most neat looking amiibo because of the fact of his helmet. I love this. You can see kind of see-through with his helmet and everything. It looks like he's in a fishbowl and everything. I really do like the material you're using for some of these characters, like, you know, outfits and stuff like that. It looks really nice. Olimar's got, you know, simple jumpsuit and everything. He's got stands and everything, but he's also accompanied by 3 Pikmin. He's got the red Pikmin, the blue Pikmin, and if you turn it all around, the yellow Pikmin. I was worried about the yellow Pikmin not being in his amiibo, but whenever I saw pictures of it, the yellow Pikmin's there. He's just behind everybody, kind of like hidden. If you hold it this way, you can't see him. He's actually there. One thing I really like about the Pikmin itself is you can kind of see each Pikmin is different. The red one's got a leaf, the blue one's got a bud, and the yellow one's got a full-fledged flower. The only bad thing about Olimar, oh, I forgot to mention this, he's got a little antenna here. Only problem here is it's a little flimsy, so you don't want to just, you know, and then, you know, knock off his antenna. That's no good. The only little bad thing about this is he is got stands there, and it's right up his crotch area. I don't like that. The Pikmin here have got stands too, but the thing is, though, they didn't color these very well, and kind of like with Ike's Ragnall sword, it's got, you know, gold stand right there to kind of go with the base and everything. I just don't like it because it looks like they're just, like, resting their leg on this ugly gold thing. But that is Olimar. I actually like the fact that I like Olimar because he's the most different out of all of the Amiibo. And last but not least, Bowser Jr. Like his daddy, he's kind of hefty. Bowser Jr., I really like it. I like this Amiibo too because of the clown car. The clown car's got a really good expression on the, like, detailed on the clown car, even though, you know, it's just pure white. The other thing that I like about this Amiibo is just like his daddy, you can see the really good detail on his shell right here, the spikes and all the little textures on his shell and everything. And, you know, look at his face and everything, and it just looks really nice. They actually made this Amiibo really well. The only bad thing about it is they got this ice stand here, but I understand why. But Bowser Jr., just like, you know, his daddy, he's kind of hefty. He's not, like, super heavy, but he's a lot more heavier than you think he is. But I don't really have too much to say about Bowser Jr. I think he might be common when he gets here in the States. I think, honestly, all the Mario characters are going to be really easy to find. Minus a couple, like Rosalina. Rosalina was only hard because she was retailer exclusive. But Bowser Jr. is really good, and I like the detail on this Amiibo too. That's Bowser Jr. Alright guys, well that was Wave 5 of the Super Smash Bros. Amiibo line. As of right now, Wave 6 was announced. As of right now that I can think of, there are 7 Amiibo in Wave 6. And that is the remainder of the Smash original roster. Now, I know that there's going to be another wave after Wave 6 that includes all the DLC characters, but all the DLC characters haven't been announced yet, so they're probably going to save those Amiibo until after all the DLC characters are out. But as of right now, Wave 6 is set to come out sometime at the end of the year. But as of right now, I'm going to be probably importing those guys too, because it's already hard enough to find these guys already. But with that, guys, I will see you guys in the next video I do. Take care, everybody.